What's up, guys? Guru Gang, peeps, Padawans, welcome to the Inner Sanctum. To my subscribers, much appreciated. Thank you for the support. And to those clicking on this video for the very first time, welcome. Come on in, sit, stay, relax, put your feet up, grab a snack or two, drink a cold or hot beverage. Your choice, your prerogative. And enjoy what I'll be sharing with you today, which is another past Yodaism when it concerns way back Wisdom Wednesday. And like always, I'm going to share with you the backstory when it comes to this particular Yodaism, which is self-explanatory. It's going to be a new year. 2020 is coming to an end, and it's going to lead into 2021, which many of us are glad it is, because what 2020 has been sort of a depressing, sad, interesting, chaotic, with this coronavirus and all the lockdowns, and how it has kind of brought the world into like a upside down and inside out in every which way. And many of us are, practically all of us are glad that it's finally coming to an end, and hopefully with a new year comes a new something new for everybody, a clean slate, if you will, and pretty much what we all want when it comes to doing away, leaving behind in the past the coronavirus. Hopefully it'll go away and subside, and we go back to lead a close to normal life that we're having before the coronavirus, as close to normal as can be. Now, like I mentioned before, this particular Yodaism was posted on Tuesday, December 27th, 2005. So basically 15 years ago I wrote this, and the Yodaism is entitled, which is apropos for this particular, for going into leaving behind 1 year and going into a new year. My Yodaism entitled Bye Bye Bye, which I will post a link on the underneath the description of this video, the link to the song that is associated with this particular Yodaism, by NSYNC, Bye Bye Bye. So let's get started, shall we? An old Irish saying says, "May the road rise up to meet you, may the wind be ever at your back, may the sunshine warm your face, and the rain fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of His hands." Although we're not going anywhere, 2005 is, and there have been many events this past year that have affected us either individually or as a whole. It's these particular events you would either gladly leave behind or keep with you, depending on the event or events in question. For the most part, each of us have an event in mind, and whether or not you want to keep it is up to you when 2006 ushers us in a new beginning. Politically speaking, 2005 was filled with some very newsworthy stories that either made you cry, be angry, confused, confrontational, be uplifted, or all of the above. One such tragedy is Hurricane Katrina, that caused many people to not only lose their homes but their lives as well. Unfortunately, the immediate response to help was heard, but aid arrived a little too late, to where the blame game pointed fingers at the Bush administration and to former FEMA director Mike Brown, who will and forever be considered a douchebag. Despite the controversy, we as a nation either welcomed many of the displaced families into our homes or provided them with food, clothing, and or health-related products which were so badly needed. Some, most, or all of us who are sports fans, there were some events that happened that were either disappointing, awe-inspiring, or both. As many of you know, the Chicago White Sox won the 2005 World Series after 88 years, which vindicated them from a scandal where several players were accused of throwing the World Series against the Cincinnati Reds back in 1919. On a side note, one of those men accused was baseball legend Shoeless Joe Jackson, who, even though was acquitted of all criminal charges, he received a lifetime ban from playing professional ball. Initially, what happened to them in the past was disappointing, but it paid off big in the long run, which kind of parallels their colorful counterpart, the Boston Red Sox. Personally speaking, there are two events that I will always remember and will always keep in my memory and in my heart as well. The first was opening the asylum doors and meeting the kids of Hurricane Katrina, which, as I said before, was truly a humbling experience. For myself and best friend, were given the opportunity to spend several hours with these kids. What we gave to them, for a few hours anyways, were smiles and laughter, which I will never forget as long as I live. The second event was meeting women who unknowingly would give me two things back that I thought I lost years ago, which were faith and hope in my own heart. As I tip my hat to you, I simply say thank you from the bottom of my heart. In retrospect, there are many other events that happened in 2005 that touched the lives of many. The deaths of Pat Morita, Peter Jennings, Bob Denver, Johnny Carson, and comedy legend Richard Pryor were people who not only I grew up watching, but for many of you as well. Whether it's Kanye West telling what he thinks of President Bush on live TV, voting in Iraq, the tsunami, hurricanes in Florida, Lance Armstrong winning his 7th Tour de France, or Rafael Palmeiro getting his 3,000th hit, but then lying to Congress about using steroids, which these were some of the events that happened in 2005. In the end, we can collectively say, welcome to 2006, but for 2005, three words come to mind: bye bye bye. And it's a song by NSYNC that somewhat reflects this thought. And there you have it, guys. Go Gang Peeps, Padawans of the Inner Sanctum, the Yodaism entitled Bye Bye Bye. And it has been a long time since I've read that particular Yodaism from 2005, and it kind of threw me off because of what I wrote on the second to last paragraph. And just to give you a little bit of backstory on that particular story on that, that particular female in question is not married, and there are no, and I wish her well. And there you have it, guys. Girl Gang, Peeps, Padawans of the Inner Sanctum, the Yodaism entitled Bye Bye Bye. And there are certain things that, when it comes to that particular Yodaism in question, that kind of threw me off because it's been so long since I read that. Especially the second to the last paragraph, when it comes to that tip of the hat to that certain female in question. Let's just say that she's now married with children, happily married, and it was a long time ago, and I was in a really lost place when it comes to my own heart. So I'm good now, and doesn't mean I'm attached or anything like that. I'm single, and but throwing that out there. But that's not either there. But I'm in a good place. So let's just leave it at that. Anyways, before we end this, do me a favor, click on the little Yoda icon on the right hand corner, as I mentioned before. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe for those, especially for those who are watching it for the very first time. If you decided you enjoyed this video or any of my past videos, awesome. Be a member of the Yoda Gang, Peeps, Padawans of the Inner Sanctum, and help my channel grow. It'll be awesome to have you as another member, as a subscriber. Yeah, awesome. And also hit that notification as well to be notified of any of future postings, of posting videos of whenever I I do have any content to post. All right. With that said, tip my hat to you if I had a hat on. May the force be with you, and have a good one, guys. Later.